When they start you out on a path, and then you get halfway down the path and then they turn the lights off. You're supposed to be following them. They're supposed to be leading you to Christ. And then all of a sudden they say, well, that ain't the way we ought to go. And they just turn the lights off. Where does that leave you as a child following your parents, believing in your parents' example? All of a sudden, what you started to teach them, are you abandoned? God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He said, I'm the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He said, I change not. But we change our mind. We change our approach. We change our direction at the flip of a hat, flip of a coin. And why do we change? Did God do something to us? Did God suddenly become not God anymore? No, sometimes it's simply because people let us down. Or we didn't get our way. What we wanted, we didn't get. So now God is at fault? No, that's not the way it works. That's not how it is. God is still the same God every day, all the time. God is love. God didn't change. God didn't fail you. God didn't let you down. As I was giving my testimony in one of the lives a few days ago, I said one day I got so mad at God I couldn't see straight. I was mad at God and everybody and everything. And then something happened. I was painting some metal trusses. I was working so fast I got careless. And I dropped those trusses and I ducked down out from under them so they didn't hit me in the head, hit my body. But when I ducked down, I had one in my right hand and I wasn't able to let go of it. So when I ducked down, I was still holding on to one and those other trusses fell on my right arm. I was so mad, I told my brother to get over there and get them off of me. And as he was getting them off of me, he wasn't working fast enough. And I was just hollering and fussing at him because I was still mad. And as he was working as fast as he could trying to get them off of me, he up and dropped them on himself and on my head. And as I was bleeding profusely from my head, I was still mad. I was still trying to tell him, get them off, get them off. And as my head was trapped and I'm bleeding profusely from my head, my right arm was trapped. I'm looking at my red blood drip down into this black paint on this black ground. I couldn't even raise my head to look up. He couldn't call for help anymore. All of a sudden I realized I'm in a terrible predicament. What a terrible way to die. If I pass out, we're going to die out here. Then I realized, Lord, this is terrible. Then I told God, I said, Lord, I'm sorry. I realized I need to cry for help because my brother couldn't. And I started crying out for help. And as I cried out for help, then I'd pray a while. I cried for help and pray a while. It wasn't but a few minutes and God sent help. But from that day to this, I've never charged God foolishly, got mad and threw me a fit with God. Because God is the same every day and God is love. God didn't fail me. I was mad at some people. I was so mad I forgot why I was mad. And I didn't really remember why I was mad until a few years ago. And that had been like 40 something years, around 40 years. I forgot why I was mad. Isn't that terrible? You get so mad you even forget why you're mad. You're just mad. You're just disappointed. You're just angry. You feel with wrath and bitterness. The scripture tells us that the anger of man does not work the righteousness of God. Who are we to get angry? We don't have no right to get angry. We didn't make anything. We didn't create anything. And if we will honor God, God will bless us and help us to achieve and accomplish the things we want many times in life. But the first thing we should do is always acknowledge God and let him direct our path. The things we ask and things we request of him, he will grant if they're according to his will. But so many times we just want what we want, and that's the only thing we ever think about. If our God don't give me what I want, I ain't gonna serve him. I ain't gonna call on him. I ain't gonna trust him. And if people who are in God don't give you what you want, you don't believe in God because the people fail you. People may fail you, I want to tell you this tonight, but God will never fail you. Matter of fact, that's a song. I know God never fails. Oh, he never fails. God never fails. Oh, just keep the faith and never cease to pray. Just walk upright morning, noonday, or night. He'll be there, he'll be there, he'll be there, he'll be there. No need to worry, cause God never fails. I know God never fails. Oh, he never fails, God.